What's up, troopers? My name is Neon and welcome to a brand new video. Today is all about Battlefield. I know, right? Who would have thought a Battlefield YouTuber talking about Battlefield? Well, all jokes aside, we have this community forum and it's a really large and charged forum. This goes so in depth, just talking about the next Battlefield, talking about what you would love to see in the next Battlefield, and discussing about the feedback from DICE and much more. So before we get into the video, troopers, you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. I'm getting very close to 20,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate it if you could subscribe. When I was doing this community forum, this forum was so big that it took me 51 minutes in recording. So because of how big this video is going to be, I'm probably have to make it into 2 parts. So this is going to be the first part, and then you're going to see another part the next time around. I already know this video is going to be at least like 15 minutes long, maybe even longer, I don't know. That's why I have to do it into 2 parts. It will be like nearly an hour of a video. But yeah, troopers, I really hope you enjoyed this video. The questions are very important, so sit back and listen. So this is the Battlefield survey. We're going to go through all these questions. So how old are you? Well, let's go and put it at that. So what was your first Battlefield game you played? Like, you know, first ever Battlefield 1942. So mine was the one on console. So I think it was the 1943. I'm not sure because I played Bad Company 1. But I don't know if it's just because I didn't play it at the start. But I think it was Battlefield 1943 was my first. And next one is, what is your favorite Battlefield game? My favorite Battlefield game has to be Bad Company 2. Shame there isn't the Vietnam expansion because that was just also good. Do you play other FPS games besides Battlefield? And here's all the other games. The only other game I've actually been playing lately, the Finals. So which setting should the game have? So First World War, Second World War, Vietnam, Cold War, 80s, 2000, modern, near future, far future. I was hoping for a Vietnam. I think that would be pretty good considering we hadn't had anything like that for ages. The Bad Company 2 style of it was absolutely amazing. So I would say the Vietnam. So next question, how should the game tone be? So serious, realism, so Battlefield 3 is a 4-1, so funny, relaxing, Battlefield Bad Company 2, a mix and above 2042. Honestly, the way how they describe it here, serious, realism, funny, relaxing, concerning the Bad Company series was absolutely amazing. I'm gonna go for the Bad Company. How important is realism? It's less important, man, as a video game. What should be the game's main mode? Well, obviously Conquest. It always has been Conquest. I think Conquest is a good start in. It's Conquest and Breakthrough, but you're going to pick from one, so I'm going to pick Conquest. How many players should be designed for Conquest? More than 128, 128, 64. Well, it clearly shows that they cannot make 128 maps. Although, if they done 64 map styles in 128, they probably could pull it off. But for right now, they haven't proved to us that they can do it, so I'm going to do just 64. So should there be a Battle Royale or extraction mode? It would be nice. I don't know if it's a must or not, but considering that the Battle Royale scene, everyone's doing it, it makes sense probably to do it. Should there be an esports competitive? Oh, 100%, man. 100%. You know, I feel like most of the time nowadays when it comes to relevancy with like competitive styles of like Apex, the Call of Duty, the only times I hear about it now is always about the competitive side. So which mode should be included into the game? Conquest. Okay, so you can pick multiple. Conquest, Breakthrough. Operations is almost like Breakthrough. It was just a different type of style. I don't think it'd be that bad though, especially for people who like grinding Breakthrough. But it's really different between the two. Like I don't know how you would select it. I would like to have them both, but I feel like you could only probably have one. That makes sense. TDM, obviously. Rush, of course. Frontlines, yes. I don't know about these. Domination, it's just more the Conquest, isn't it? Gunmaster. See, these are like Portal stuff though. I think it's fine. So I would say they are like your main modes, what should be included into the base game. Everything else should be like bonus or just rotation modes. So which class systems should be used? So Assault, Medic, Anti-Tank, Engineer, Support, Scout, 1942. We got Assault, Medic, Anti-Tank, Engineer, Support, Special Forces, Sniper. Okay, I think it was the basic stuff what they already had. So I support Medic. The names are just a little bit more different, but I do like the OG names, so we're just going to go with this one here. It's kind of like more of the classic right now. I'm going to go with Assault, Support, Engineer, Recon. So should weapons be locked to classes? some of them. I always say some of them. I would love to have a big variety and stuff. I do like it because I feel like if we do that, it almost forces people to play that specific style, because like nowadays a bunch of people play medics, but they don't really play as medics anymore. They're not using the correct loadouts. It makes no sense when you got snipers. They're not even using snipers. So I would say some of them, it depends off the way how they do it, but I really didn't mind it where the weapons were locked. So should there be class limited? It's a limit amount of snipers per team. Love this. Yes, but then also though, it's not like there's always amount of snipers. I would say it's more of the limitation of how many snipers can be in one area, because it's always like you have like 10 people on top of a tower and it makes absolutely no sense. So if we can have limitations of not how many snipers there is, of how many snipers can be in one certain area, that would be pretty awesome. So how strong should the vehicles be compared to infantry? Balanced. Kind of obvious question, right? So should the game use vehicle category system from 2042? Yes, because I feel like that gives it more the limitations. You can't always use tanks. So I'm going to say yes. Should vehicles be available to manually repair themselves? No. Absolutely not. I don't like how that was and stuff. You can get yourself like a little bit of HP or something, of course. We can regen up to like 15 HP. You've really got to rely on your teammates, more team-based. This massive issue from Battlefield 5 of self-repair was a huge issue because people keep camping all the time. Should vehicles have a limitation of ammunition that they need to resupply as stationary like Battlefield 5? So this was the problem though. I really liked what they did with the station stuff, with the vehicles. It made them retreat back so they can repair, get themselves heals, more ammunition. The only issue I had with this is that the tanks never pushed. The only way they know they can get themselves resupply was just going back to their own spawn. So they would never truly push. And I feel like with other games like 2042 compared to even the older ones like 3 and 4, it was more of a chance of destroying a vehicle because they were actually being aggressive. They were pushing all the time. But in Battlefield 5, it's just encouraging more camping, so absolutely not. I'd rather let them have unlimited ammo. So how high should the TTK, so time to kill, be? Now this is an interesting one. So we got highs, so Battlefield 1, so the finals, Apex. I don't want to be too long, but I also don't want to be too fast. I think 2042's is more of the nicest one I have so far when it comes to TTK, but the Battlefield 1 wasn't that terrible either. It was a bit more of a sluggy stuff, but it depends on how the gunplay is going to be, you know? This one here, when it comes to time to kill, I'm gonna say Battlefield 1. So how much spread and recoil should weapons have? So high recoil, some medium recoil, and finals. The recoil in the finals is very different though. It starts crazy and then it gets more easy to control. I haven't had like too much of an issue with the recoil in Battlefield. Of course they could improve it and have it a little bit more higher visual wise. No, we obviously don't want no recoil. The finals recoil isn't that bad. We can do the finals low spread, probably do that one there, and then weapons with no spread like Battlefield 5. Oh dear. Okay, well Battlefield 5 definitely higher recoil then, that's for sure. So should visual recoil exist? It really depends, man. Visual recoil should only exist if it's locked with the actual visual accuracy. So the way how the visual recoil works, the pattern itself, that should be the same as the bullet spread. The bullet spread is crazy, so is your visual recoil, so it kind of just shows off how much you need to work and improve on your weapon. Having visual recoil separated from weapon spread is like two different patterns you're trying to understand at the same time. But the votes we have is yes to full extent, yes but reduced. It says yes but bullets should go where I'm aiming. There we go. So how should recoil be implemented? It's 100% pattern based. So pattern based random implements. It's 100% random. No, I want it to be patterned so you can actually learn and understand the weapon more. If you make it random, it's just going to be inconsistent. How large should the magazines be? Average, ARs, SMGs. Okay, this is a nice question. I like this one. So ARs, SMGs, what the average should be? I would say the average should be at least 30. That's for sure. I think these 20 magazines what they're releasing in 2042, who's using it? So I would say 30 is the average. How much damage should the grenades grenades do. Grenade spam's always been a pain in Battlefield, always has been, so I'm gonna go with the less. Should snipers sweet spot from Battlefield 1? No, snipers from Battlefield 1, the sweet spot mechanic is not coming back. Please don't. I get it, it's definitely satisfying and all that, but when you start doing everything with a sweet spot, you're implementing it like Call of Duty, you're one-shotting people, and it's just tough, man. Like, get the one shot in the head, that's how it is with Battlefield. It's the OG way, do it that way. Should sniper rifles one shot on the body at close range? So this is interesting. In Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and even Bad Company 2, they had the close range one shots. It depends though. I think Battlefield 4 had the nicest one shots. I know that when it came to one shots mechanic in 2042, it was possible even with the SWS, and it was like super close range, and you'd be pretty surprised of how aggressive people would be, but I don't really know if it would work or not work. It really depends on how high it would be on the upper torso. If it's very close to the head to get that one shot, maybe. It really depends, but I wouldn't mind it. And Battlefield 3 and 4, it wasn't that bad. Battlefield 4 had probably the best distance because it was very close, so I'm gonna say yes, I'm pretty cool with the snipers being on a one shot at close range. It also changes the sniper's playstyle as well, so you're not just being like a hardcore camper at the back of the map. So how good should hip firing be? I personally, with playing X Defiance, that game is terrible when it comes to hip firing. It's like no one does it. In 2042, it's actually kind of satisfying, that hip fire. I don't want it to be, of course, like super accurate, but I also don't want it to be like inconsistent either. Slightly less accurate than the ADS, so I would say slightly less accurate than from ADSing. So we're gonna pick this one here. How should aim assist work? Stronger? Okay, I feel like I'm just gonna get all sorts right here. We'll just say weaker, right? We'll make everyone happy. I'm a controller guy, all right? We gotta have a little bit of aim assist, all right? So I'm gonna say weaker, all right? I'm gonna say weaker. Leave me alone. So how should suppression work? I can't believe this is even in here. No suppression. So should squad revives exist? Oh, 100%. How should the medics revives work? So one click to revives as a with charging. Dude, I love the one click stuff. If you get people up instantly, it just makes it such a meat grinder. So I'm gonna say the one click. Should you be available to drag down team players? It's a scrap Battlefield 5 feature. We never had it, and honestly, even if we did, I don't know how useful it would be. Let's just do it, man. I'm gonna say yes. Let's do it. Do like how they have the question yes all teammates, or yes but only squad mates. Only squad mates will make it rarer for you to be like dragged out. I've never seen it be added to Battlefield, so I don't really know how it would turn out, so I would just say go all in. Should there be medic and ammunition stations on the map? Yes, 100%. Should you be available to manually take ammo and healing from players? Yes. How large should a squad be? Hey, now this is what I like to see. Man, just do 6. Let's just do it. 6 or even more. Honestly, I'll be happy even more, but I think 6 would be fine. How important is platoons? All right, I'm just going to skip it all, right? Because this is extremely important. We need platoons. Should there be squad chat? Of course, man. Should optional proximity chat be implemented? It says yes, but only with teammates. It says no. I don't know how proximity chat would work, though. Yeah, it would be good for content to an extent, but I don't know. It says yes, but only with teammates. It says no. It says, but I have to def chat. So like cards. I think it'd probably be like something like def chat. I think def chat would be a pretty good one to have. So I'm going to say that. And there we have it, troopers. That is the community forum so far. As I said, this was about 51 minutes of recording, and I really do want to have this super long for you guys. I was really thinking this was probably going to be a 2-part video, but really it might be a 3-part. I'll make sure, troopers, to keep the consistency of uploading these videos, because I don't want you guys to wait super long. So once you've obviously seen this one, the rest will come out shortly after. But the next video, we're going to be talking about skill-based matchmaking, server browser, and the community feedback. So thank you very much for sitting here and listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, be a part of the Pink Wig Army, and I'll see you on the battlefield.